everyone, Stan Dane here. In this video, we'll see how some very key important people investigating the assassination of President Kennedy weren't all on the same page. They didn't have their stories straight. So far we have a story that has evolved to where Lee Oswald is in the second floor lunchroom of the Texas School Book Depository following the assassination, sitting at a table. You are probably familiar with the expression being on the same page. Kind of like talking points, key points that show people are in general agreement. Right at this time, while the Oswald story is being written, FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover has a phone conversation with President Johnson on November 29, 1963. Hoover's FBI is leading the investigation into President Kennedy's assassination. One might assume Hoover would be in the know, in the loop, on the critical details of the evolving story. You know, the talking points. But check this out. A week after the assassination, Hoover says to Johnson, he then threw the gun aside and came down at the entrance of the building. He was stopped by police officers, and some manager in the building told the police officers, "Yeah, he's all right. He works here. You needn't hold him." They let him go. That's how he got out. No mention of a second floor. Anything. Then Hoover goes on to say, but he apparently came down the 5 flights of stairway, from the 5th floor. So far as we found out, the elevator was not used, although he could have used it, but nobody remembered whether it was or whether it wasn't. Amazing. The head of the FBI mentions the 5th floor and has no idea if the elevators were used or not. Recall police officer Marion Baker's first affidavit on November 22, 1963. The elevator was hung several floors up, so we used the stairs instead. As we reached the 3rd or 4th floor, I saw a man walking away from the stairway. I called to that man, and he turned around and came back toward me. The manager said, "I know that man. He works here." I then turned the man loose, and we went up to the top floor. Baker is talking about an encounter with a man on the 3rd or 4th floor. No mention of the 2nd floor. Now consider this letter from Police Captain Will Fritz to Dallas Police Chief Jesse Curry, dated December 23, 1963. We also found that this man had been stopped by Officer M.L. Baker while coming down the stairs. Mr. Baker says that he stopped this man on the 3rd or 4th floor on the stairway, but as Mr. Truly identified him as one of the employees, he was released. A month after the assassination, and Will Fritz, who declared the case to be cinched just hours after Oswald was apprehended, Fritz is still talking 3rd or 4th floor. Does the right hand know what the left hand is doing with these people? Well, apparently not, at least in the weeks following the assassination. What is clear is that a story is evolving, being written, and everything such as the key facts and details are very malleable. First to second evolution. The process of selectively suppressing facts and creating new ones is necessary to mold a desired reality. This is Stan Dane. Until next time, keep rocking.